YouTube channel, and today I'm going to do a video explaining to you about forces and a little bit of science about it and gravity and stuff and how things fall. So we're going to start off with something very simple, okay? So for this you'll need a small ball. I just got a stress ball, which is quite small, and I got like a big ball, and we're going to test the two of them out and see which one drops first, or if they both drop at the same time. So start thinking now what will happen. Give us a theory and we'll tell you the results at the end of it. So 3, 2, 1, drop. Okay, so give us your theory and tell us what you think dropped, right? And now this is when you need to really start thinking. So, scientists always check it out again, don't they? So, get your two balls again. Hold them at the same height. Make sure they're at the same height and they're not any further away or anything like that. Just make sure they're nice and straight and steady. 3, 2, 1, drop. Okay, I'll tell you what happened, right? The two of them both dropped, and do you know what that is? They have air in them. They have air. That's what's causing that to happen. And sometimes even the air and the gravity pull together, like almost like they're. And so then we're going to test something else out, okay? It's going to get a wee bit thingly now. So you want to go and test what? So why don't we test these two cubes right here? These two cubes, right? I'll show you what they look like. I'll give you a closer look. So these are the two cubes and they're both the same size, and we're going to see what happens and see if the two of them drop. And they're kind of similar to coins, but they aren't coins, they're cubes. So make sure they're both at the same height and drop. Okay, so what do you think it was? What do you think dropped? Do you think it was the first one or the second one? Give me a theory, okay? Theories are allowed. So, yeah. Even some scientists can disagree. They argue all the time. It happens all the time. And this guy came up with it, right? I think his name's called. Well, I think the second name of him is called Newton. Let's just call him Newton. I can't really remember his first name, but that's perfectly okay. You're allowed to not remember things. Sometimes we all get memory loss, so. Okay, so one day when Newton was sitting out on a tree, he had an apple, and then he done this, and then it dropped on his head. And he wondered why the apple dropped, and then he made it up, and then he realised that it was gravity. So that's how we all came across gravity, and he was working hard on it, studying for it. He's a really smart guy, so you should be thankful and grateful that he figured out what this was. And like, forces can be anything. Like, you're forcing yourself to talk, you're pulling, you're doing this, you're grabbing, you're pulling. Oh, it's amazing. The world is an amazing place. So let's once again try out these two cubes in 3, 2, 1, and drop. I'll tell you. It was the two of them that dropped. The reason why this is because I explained it to you in the other part, and it doesn't always work with certain things. Like feathers don't work because the air pushes the feathers up, which causes them to spin around, and so I'll be back in a minute, and I'm going to test out these paper things, and I want you to tell me if they dropped at the same time or if they didn't. And I'm going to do this with a thick one, and that's also like a small one as well. So I'll be back in a second with them. Okay, so I'm back with this is the small one, and this is the thicker one, the bigger one, and so we're going to test out the small one first. Okay, we're going to just start off with something simple and do it and put it up in the air as high as you possibly can, as high as you really can, and then drop. That was about, it normally takes about 1 second when it drops. 1 second. So we're going to test the two of them out and see if the two of them drop. 3, 2, 1, drop. That was the big one first. The big one dropped. It spins as well. It's fascinating. Really, really good. You should tell your teacher to do this one day in school, and maybe you can work on it and stuff. But I made these in school, and this was recommended by a teacher, and it's definitely happening on this thing on my YouTube channel. So here we go. So so now you can just play around with them and have fun and do what you want with them, and that is all I have for you today, and that is what gravity and forces are. And check back on another video that I do, and especially on my uploads, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.